Good evening. My name is Margie White, and I'm currently a program manager serving in ASP's Ministries Department here in Johnson City. Before I was a program manager, I served 3 summers as a summer staffer, as well as last year I was a Lilly Fellow here in the Tri-Cities, working in Johnson City. And even prior to that, I was a youth volunteer. I first fell in love with ASP, attending ASP with my home church from Kalamazoo, Michigan, Westwood United Methodist Church. I am very thankful to be where I am today, and I have a few people in this room who have been a major influence to where I am here with ASP. First are my parents. They're both here, so I just want to say thank you to them. They've been my biggest supporters when it comes to me working for ASP, and they're my best friends in my life as well. Another is a very special friend of mine. He is also here this weekend with his wife, Kim. His name is Doug Wood. If you get the chance to speak with him this weekend, please do. He used to lead the ASP trip for my church, and I was on his work crew my very first summer, and he instilled in me the love of ASP and what it means to truly love this organization. And he also convinced me to apply for my very first summer for staff, and I was very unconfident in myself, and he gave me that confidence, and I thank him every day for that. Another person is someone who I met just this spring. Her name is Becky Garrett. She is very special to me, and I first met her through her application for home repair, which appeared on my desk this past spring here in Johnson City. We were going through, me and my staff were trying to select projects for the summer, and we were going through applications, and I came across hers. It was simply stating that she was interested in getting some roof repair because her roof was leaking. And going through the application, I noticed 2 other things. First of all, she said that she built her house with her bare hands and a chainsaw 17 years ago, and she had no running water. And she mentioned the fact that she had no running water in a way that meant it'd be an inconvenience for volunteers if they chose to work for her that she didn't have running water. So the application intrigued me, and it was about a mile from ASP's headquarters. In fact, when you're up at her house, which is up on a mountain, and there are no leaves, you can see headquarters from her house. I met her, and I immediately fell in love with her spirit and her love for everything around her. She's very blessed, and she thanks God every day for the blessings that she has. So this summer, we built a kitchen and bathroom addition on her home. We completely surrounded it, then with new vinyl siding, put a brand new roof system over her roof so it no longer leaked. And on top of that, with help from the Cup of Cold Water Fund, we were able to install a septic tank and dig a well. So at ASP, we like to say we make homes warmer, safer, and drier. But with Becky's situation, we made it warmer, safer, and a little more wet because she now has running water for the first time in over 17 years. So we are very thankful for that. And this isn't the only project we were able to accomplish at her house this summer. I heard in the spring that ASP was looking to produce a music video based on the song Alethea wrote, Carry You With Me. And I heard that they wanted to film it at a house we were actually working on. And I knew right away that Becky's house was going to be a great place for that because ASP is all about transformation, and it's something we should definitely showcase in a video that is about ASP. And Becky's house was more about transformation of just a house. It was about transformation of anyone Becky came in contact with. For 7 weeks, volunteers just fell in love with her, and they were transformed. So it was just a very magical experience. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to my good friend, Becky.
Thank you, Margie. Thank you, everybody. I want you to bear with me. I have not done a public speaking since the 5th grade for 4-H about Rhode Island red hens. So I didn't take home the blue ribbon, needless to say. But this past Easter, the Thursday before Easter, I was in the hospital at Johnson City Medical Center. I'd been there 16 days. And I had exhausted everyone that I knew of that could help me repair my roof to stop what was happening, because I had no idea my own home was making me sick. And I turned the TV off, and I told the nurses I can't go to the chapel because there wasn't anybody available to push me down there. And I said, would you guys mind leaving me alone for an hour? And in that moment, I told God, I'm giving this to you. You are the higher power. You can make this happen. I've done everything I can. I can't deal with it anymore. And last night, my sister and I were talking about me speaking here tonight, and I told her about that, and she looked at me real strange, and she said, "You never told me that when you came home from the hospital." And I said, "No, I didn't." She had also, on the same Thursday, had called ASP and had gotten the application to work on my house. So there's the miracle. There is the miracle. I am living proof that ASP does great and wonderful things for people. And you're not judged. You're not looked down upon. I wasn't asked for a dime. And last night, after, pardon me, but I'm getting a little old, so time kind of escapes me. It's been 22 years, not 17, of carrying 5-gallon buckets of water into my home to heat on a kerosene heater. I was able to walk into a bathroom and run a bathtub full of water, and I sat there and cried for about 45 minutes. That was the biggest highlight of my life. If I were to call ASP every day, every hour on the day, and thank them, it would never show the gratitude I have for them, ever. And Tim Baumgartner, I know you're here somewhere. Would you stand up, please? There he is. He and Margie White have gone above and beyond their job duties to help me. And I am eternally grateful for what you have done for me and my family. Living without running water to my mother after an hour was like the most devastating thing there ever was. After 22 years, I couldn't do it anymore. It was too much. I did it when I was young. Yeah, when you're 20 years old, you think I can do anything, but not for that many years. So this has been a life-changing experience for me, because I know there are still people on this earth who care about their fellow man. And these two young ladies who came to my house and sang so sweetly for 7 weeks over and over and over, and I cried every time. And of course, I brought my napkin in case the water starts to flow, because I wore out my tissue before I got here tonight. I cannot thank you all for what you've done and what you're going to do for ASP. That's an amazing thing. Thank you all for allowing me to stumble through this, and let's keep this going. Let's keep this going for a long time. The nearly 100 volunteers that were at my house this summer were fantastic. I would not have changed it for anything. When we didn't have anything to do, the girls dug flower beds and learned about flowers. I mean, the boys were hammering, the girls were bored, because I have a really tiny house. And I still, to this day, get cards and letters from a lot of those volunteers. And they still address my mail to Nana Becky, which brings tears to my eyes, of course. So thank you all. You all make ASP happen. Let's continue to keep it going. Thank you.